say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
Check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Can anybody hear me? Hello everyone. Yeah, let me just double check on something, or let me just share this particular stream somewhere else. Okay, I can hear myself, which is good. It sounds clear. Can anyone hear me properly? You know, am I sounding quite clear? If anyone else, you know, wants to share this stream on your own, you know, on your own social media, you know, feel free to do so, yeah? A Chinese New Year stream. There you go. Come on down. So, if you guys want to know where I'm sharing all of these, I'm basically sharing them on Discord, on Twitter, Instagram not so much, but basically just all of the main places that I usually share my things on. hello, it's clear? Okay, that's good to know then. Awesome. Okay, let me just set up my camera. And then we can get this party started. Let's see over here, and then let me just turn off the music as well, yeah? Or maybe I can just put the music on just a little bit. That way we can have some kind of background sounds as well. What do you guys think about that one, eh? Boom, we are here. Hello everyone. This is KID and the man bringing you another live stream. This time we're taking a live stream approach, or we're taking a live review approach on the Figurized Standard P-Bandai Premium Bandai Dark Kabuto figure. Now, it's actually Chinese New Year right now. Today's the first day of Chinese New Year, or the Lunar New Year if you are from overseas, in which that's what they actually call them. But yeah. And also, I'm glad to let you know that I believe my channel is, of course, you know, eligible for a super chat or a super thanks. I've never actually tried that before, so I thought, you know, since it's Chinese New Year, why not I just activate it? Because I have been eligible for it for a long time, I just never actually activated it at all. So, you know, just to bring in a nice prosperity thing going on in this particular stream, which is why I've activated it itself. So let me just say hi to each and every one of you in chat, eh? Megadong, what's up? What up, Megadong? It's so good to see you again here. Hello, Kisama Night. Okay, what do you call it? It's a good thing I'm not streaming in Japan. What do you call it? Archie, hello. How's it going? Nice, hello. Okay, I guess the whole gang is right here. I hope this stream is quite normal. Or you know, music's kind of loud. Okay, let me just remove that a little bit. Whoops. Okay, maybe this is a little bit too soft for the music, but I guess it's meant to be a little bit soft, since it's meant to be like a type of background music, right? Let me just check this up properly. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll just turn off the music just in case if my playlist happens to play something that is, you know, not safe for work, or maybe even that is, you know, owned by a proper third party itself. But without further ado, I guess we all can take a look at Dark Kabuto itself, eh? Yeah, it is a pretty awkward name. Yeah, I kind of understand it itself, since all of us, you know, we all do watch quite a lot of anime. We kind of figured out what the name actually means. Okay, so hello everyone. So just to give you a quick update on what happened in the particular Kabuto that I actually tried to build itself, right? So previously on the previous stream, what I actually tried to do was I tried to build Kabuto live on stream. Now, one thing that I did not take notice of was that it's pretty hard to actually build a model kit on stream, so which is why the only thing that you saw was me just building the particular headpiece of the Dark Kabuto figure itself, right? As you can see, so right here, once after I built most of the particular headpiece, that's when, our particular hour, it was up, and then, it was time for me to build the rest of the kit, off stream itself. So because of that, I have built this particular model kit off stream. I placed the correct particular stickers. I painted some areas that requires painting that I don't really require to use any kind of stickers, and I have found some issues, or I have found some problems in which I would get to this particular live stream review itself, right? So just to show you all what kind of stickers that I actually use. Now, first things first, Dark Kabuto comes with this exclusive sticker sheet. So just to, just a kind of refresh to your particular memory. And I use each and every one of these because it's meant to be used so that you can see all of Dark Kabuto's particular patterns itself. However, I have made some few mistakes when applying the stickers, but I will get to that a little bit later. Up next, we do have another sticker sheet, which is the main sticker sheet that came with the Kabuto figure itself, right? So as you can see here, there are so many stickers, so many silver stickers, black stickers, basically all just color correcting stickers itself. I've only used the ones that I actually needed for any kind of proper quality, and I kind of avoided putting on some stickers that I can actually use some paint on. So that is one particular background to each and every one of this. This is the main visor kind of sticker, or the aluminum sticker for the visor, so that way you can get the nice little reflection of the compound eyes effect, which is very nice. I always like this particular feature of the Figure Eye standard kits. So there you go. It looks really good. Damn, that's nice. all right. I'm so glad that you like this particular thing itself. So one thing's for sure, right? One key thing to take note about this particular model kit is that it comes in two forms. Everything that you see on the left over here, this is his cast off parts. Since Dark Kabuto is the exact same copy, or the worm copy, that would be the show lore, yeah, a worm copy of Tendo Soji, the Kamen Rider Kabuto itself. So of course he would have the cast-off form. Although we don't see much of him being in his cast-off form on the show, it's kind of nice that P-Bandai or Bandai actually included that form itself. Plus, why wouldn't they? Since it's the exact same kit as they would have made from the Kabuto figures itself, right? So that is one particular background. So here's the format I'm going to do. Number one, I'm going to take a look at the Kabuto figure by himself first. Afterwards, we're then going to take a look at the accessories. That's all the way over here on the right hand side. And then afterwards, we're going to take a look at the cast on or the cast off forms. Okay, so that is what we're basically going to be doing today. I hope I can manage my particular phone battery itself. If not, I'll just later, if my phone were to hit like a 50% itself, I'll just recharge the particular phone while I am streaming. Oh well, so let's just take it down. That Kabuto sheet does bring back some memories. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's good to know. Kabuto was your first Figure-Rise kit. Awesome. I mean, I think it was Kabuto and Kamen Rider 5. Those were the first two Figure-Rise kits, and I believe those would be the ones that made the most sense, because previously they made model kits of Kabuto and 5. Both of them were the Figure-Rise 6 line. So of course, instead of having people to buy the older Figure-Rise 6 lines, they just made a repeat of the first two, just so that they can clear off the older stock of the Figure-Rise 6 lines. Yeah, spoilers, but it's okay, you've already seen Kabuto. Oh, sorry about that. Okay then, so now let's just build Kabuto up. Okay, while I'm building this up, I might change my camera just so that you can see the particular figure properly. So over here we do have his particular headpiece. So just so that we can take a quick look at it again, you can see that there is this particular red dot in the middle. I've painted this red dot. There is no stickers for this red dot, so you definitely would have to paint it. Over here again, you will still be able to see the particular visors with the aluminum foil at the back of it, reflecting the light, so you can see how menacing Dark Kabuto actually is. Over here you do have his particular mouth plate, that it basically connects to the particular horn, so you actually do get the cast on or cast off feature. So the horn can actually be cast off and then basically form his particular suit just like you see on the show, which is perfect, which is excellent. If anyone wants to do any kind of stop motion with the figurized standard kits, they can actually do so. If anyone wants to do stop motion with the with the SH Figure kits, they can actually do that itself, right? So that is one cool thing about the figurized standard kits. For the top of the Hercules horn, he is a Hercules beetle, right? Yeah. For the top of the Hercules horn, I have painted it in silver using a Gundam silver marker, so that's one thing to take note of. And of course, in this particular area here, for the back or the rest of his particular helmet, I thought about using the stickers, but then I compared the styling, or I compared the material of the silver stickers for the back of the head, and it's not really a shiny, glossy type of silver. No, it's actually kind of like a matte or a dull type of silver itself. So which then led me to think that, oh, you know, since the sticker is also made of a dull type of silver quality, might as well just stick to the Gundam marker version, although it's not as clean or it's not as neat. But since this is a model kit, and you can make your particular kit as much or how you would actually like to make it itself. Okay, so that is the main concept of model kits. It's your freedom to actually It's your freedom to actually build the kit in any way that you actually want. Right? Yep, here's a Kabuto beetle. Correct. Okay, so that would be the main hit piece of this particular Kabuto figure. We'll get into the main gripes about this kit of the stickers later on. Up next, we also do have his main torso. Now, for the main torso itself, right? Again, it is very nice, you know, with all the glossy black plastic, with the particular stickers that shows the dark Kabuto design, with all of the circuitry, as you can see right over here. It's amazing. It's awesome, you know, having the glossiness trying to match with the, transparent stickers with the circuit board. That is actually quite good. But if I were to take a look at it like this, for example, if anyone would like to make the circuit board to look quite glossy as well, you would have to use a lot more parts, or you would have to use a lot more materials. What I mean by that is that in the model kit industry, or in the model kit hobby, you can actually buy a few, or buy some kind of paste or a type of cream that basically helps to make sure the stickers stay on properly, as well as trying to make the stickers to pop out even more. When I say pop out even more, it's almost like trying to make it as glossy as possible. Now, I don't have those in my particular model kit making arsenal, so I don't have it at all. So what you're seeing here is what you would actually get if you buy the premium Bandai Dark Kabuto Figurized Standard Kit. And I gotta say, even without the additional, glossy sticker item thing that appears, or that basically helps for any kind of model kit building itself, the kit really does still look amazing. Now, on to the next thing over here. I did apply some silver stickers over here, just so that you can see the main difference between applying the stickers by yourself as well as compared to painting something even more. Because the main reason why I applied the stickers over here is that the plastic piece is still made out of a glossy plastic, or it has a gloss coat on it. What my main concern was that if I were to paste, or if I were to use the silver paint from the Gundam marker itself, the paint might not stay on properly as it should, as compared to the rest of the particular kit, because mainly the rest of the particular kit is all made out of a type of matte finish, or a type of matte finish type of plastic, and the other new parts are actually made out of a glossy black plastic itself. So that is one of the main differences, or one of the main reasonings as to why I use the stickers over here. It's not really that good looking, if I do say so myself, because it's still based off the old original Figurized Standard Kabuto model kit itself, and I've seen images of those online. Applying those stickers really just, it's not really a good thing to apply those kind of stickers if you're playing with a glossy plastic type of material. So that is one thing to take note of. So that one is for the main torso itself. Up next, you do have his 2 hands. Be careful before you catch these hands. Hello, Jijul, Race Design. Welcome to the stream. You prefer the painting method rather than stickers for your figure standards. Exactly. I do that as well. But of course, since I'm making a review out of all of these, I have to show you the main differences between painting them as well as using the particular stickers. Now, since we're all mentioning about stickers and painting, this is how the particular hand would basically look like. Right? Now, can anyone tell me which one of these are actually stickers and which one of these are painted on? Anyone? I mean, you can type out in the comments and I can take a look at it later on for you. But the main idea here is that 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 areas that I've pointed out, these are the silver plastics, and over here with these different type of stripes as well as the stripe over here, these are all these are all painted on itself. And I'm so glad that the silver Gundam marker has the exact same shade as the silver plastic on the particular Kabuto kit as well, so they can blend very easily. It almost looks like, I didn't paint it at all, but if you again take a closer look with all of the different, slightly bit inconsistent paint splotches on the particular arm, well, you can basically say that they are quite matching itself, right? If you use a shinier metallic type of silver, then you have no choice but to make these grayish silver plastic to be in a shinier metallic silver kind of gloss. So that's one thing to take note of itself. Over here on the shoulder pads, you can basically place the circuitry type of stickers on the shoulder pads itself. Now, do be careful with this because I made a mistake when I'm trying to place the particular stickers over here. Due to how it's designed, or due to how when you cut this thing off the runners, you would think that the particular shoulder pads would actually be starting from here, or it would actually start from the left hand side over here to this particular area over here, which if I were to remove this particular gray piece right now, maybe let's just try to remove this without accidentally breaking the shoulder pad. Okay, so that's one out, and then let me just try to remove this one over here. Okay, so now that I have this particular shoulder pad off, right, if you don't pay attention to the instruction sheet properly and you're way too excited in putting on the particular stickers, remember kids, measure twice, cut once. So if you don't really pay attention to it, you might accidentally think that, to put on the particular shoulder pad, it would actually be like this instead. Okay, so when you think it will be placed in this particular way, you might accidentally place the circuitry stickers starting from here all the way until here, which is wrong, right? So I made that mistake, and I was, and peeling off these type of stickers, these type of transparent stickers, it's actually pretty hard, or it basically would be ruining the particular stickers on the Dark Kabuto figure itself, so you won't actually have a perfect type of look. Speaking of a perfect type of look, here is the imperfect type of look. So this was the area in which I accidentally placed the sticker wrongly, and I tried to peel it off as much as I could, but because I kept peeling it off, the glue of the particular stickers, they got weak. So now I am left with a not so realistic Dark Kabuto shoulder pad. Luckily for me though, it's actually placed on this particular area here, or the stickers that you can see over here, they are interchangeable. So for the front of the right hand can be placed at the back of the left hand. And whenever I'm posing the figure, since you won't actually see the back of the left hand, oops, it's not really focusing, let me just double check here. Yep. So since I won't actually be posing the figure from the backwards itself, and I'm only just posing it from the front, you won't see the particular errors, or you won't see the particular errors of the sticker placement, right? So that is one good thing about these type of model kits. But of course, if I have the chance to do it again, or if I have the chance to buy another Dark Kabuto, I would definitely try to fix this particular area over here. So as we can see over here, each and every one of these are the exact same thing that we have just covered earlier. So that's it. That's basically the the arms of the Kabuto figure itself. Let me just check back in on chat. Let's see here. You really like the dark Kabuto patterns? Yep, I do too. I prefer the painting method. Okay. You just bought Kamen Rider Ghost. Hello, Ayman. Welcome to the stream. 100 plus stickers and kind of lazy design. Paints, hand. Oh, so you use the hand paint? I mean, you painted the Kamen Rider Ghost figurized standard kit by hand. That's awesome, man. Yeah. So I haven't tried anything with Ghost yet. I haven't bought all the main riders that are the standard releases yet, but if I do, I might be able to understand your particular suffering when it comes to putting on paint, or when it comes to putting on stickers. Yep. The back of the hand? What do you mean the back of the hand? I can't really, I don't recall when did you type this out. Sorry about that. So honestly, you couldn't tell, but that's awesome. That's good to know. Rebel Gamer, I can't see what you're trying to say. Oh, you put in a, you put on a bold on your particular text. I can see it on my side, but I can't see it on yours. I mean, I can't see it on my cell phone my cell phone that's basically playing the stream over here itself, so I can read the chat much more easier. But yeah, hello Rebel Gamer, welcome to the stream. Okay, so now that I am caught up with chat, you asked which paint and which was plastic. Oh, I asked. Oh, okay. All right. That's good to know then. Okay, so now that's it for the arms. Now let's go by the belt. Now for the particular, the pelvis of the figure as well as the belt area of the figure. This is basically very easy. I mean, it's just your standard figurized standard. Standard figurized standard pelvis area, as well as their unique particular belt design, where you don't actually place the belt on top, you just put it, try to combine it from the side itself, which is why you get to see these different type of bumps on the corner over here. But what I really wanted to show you was the Dark Kabuto Zector. Now the Dark Kabuto Zector, of course, as you can see, I placed some stickers over here. This is so that I can compare it, or this is just so that I wanted the horn to be very shiny when I built it, and I wanted the red part over here to be shiny as well. I can actually put on some red paint at the wings of the Kabuto area, but I'll basically do that maybe later on when I make the proper full review of the Dark Kabuto figure review itself. Right, but that is how the the particular Kabuto Zector looks like. Remember, the circle that is big, this is when he casts off, right? If the circle is a little bit small, that is when he is on his cast on form. Okay. Another thing that you guys can also know is that since Dark Kabuto, the particular buttons or the Kabuto's little legs, the Zector's little legs are actually in red based on online images, so I decided to just paint the buttons red itself. So that way it does not look as dull, and it kind of does look like a menacing type of changer, or a menacing type of, Kabuto Zector itself. Right, so yeah, that is what it is for this. For this particular black area, I basically just painted it in black with my Gundam marker itself. But the Zector really does look cool, right? I mean, it does look very nice itself, even though it's like very tiny. So you really gotta be careful when you're making this over here. The horn does have a type of action feature, so if you want to do something like clock up or clock down, or like trying to pretend to do a 1 2 3 and then you do this for the rider kick, you can actually do that as well. Just be careful though, sometimes if you don't put the stickers on properly, the friction might actually ruin the sticker. So yeah, do be careful with regards to that particular front. So finally, for the main figure itself, we do have the legs of the Kamen Rider Kabuto kit itself. So again, you do these particular legs, they are pretty much quite standard as figurized standard particular kits go. Again, you do have the similar silver plated plastic, or the silver plastic itself, all over the respective areas. Another silver plastic over here. I did manage to put on some panel lining in between the cracks over here. And then last but not least, this area here turned out really quite nice. I mean, I avoided using any kind of stickers in this particular area here. So the silver paint that I used from my Sharpie marker, from my Gundam marker, really worked out very well. Now, maybe I can just talk about the negatives a little bit later on. So without further ado, now that we have gone through, the legs, the arms, the pelvis, the torso, the helmet, why not we just put the whole kit into one particular figure, right? I haven't done this at all, but I will. So this is my first time combining this particular kit all the way together, so I'm glad you all can join me itself. All right, so let me just check back on the chat before I before I continue on. If you could tell, yeah, Henshin standard crotch. It looks really good. SHF detail level, nice, looks nice. Got tight, ikuzo. So from here, let's just go. So the hit is basically on a ball joint itself. The ball joint, all is basically almost like a barbell joint. Basically, that's how you get to move the particular figure. So the barbell is one here, one at the base of the neck. So if we want to combine him together, 1, 2, 3. Rider kick. Okay, so from here, this is the first particular area or the first part. The right hand would go in here. Thus, if I were to combine him like this, I can still basically put out the butterfly joint over here itself, making the kit having very much better type of articulation than you would ever see before. Alright, so that is one particular arm done. Let's go for the left arm. Okay, there we go for the left arm. Don't try to push it in too deep. Just try to like leave it out a bit so it does look a little bit more natural, right? And it's not too out, it's not too deep, it's basically just right. Okay, so here we go for the Kabuto figure. Afterwards, we then take his particular pelvis. Again, it's on a ball joint. We just slowly push it in. I am having trouble pushing it in. Okay, let's try this one more time. Slowly. Okay, there we go. We are able to do this on stream, which is awesome. Now, up next, our last two pieces of the puzzle. You do have the drop-down hips. For model kits, or most of the model kits that I have made so far, they all come with a drop-down hip feature. Now, I know not many people like drop-down hips, based on the Lightning collection itself. But as I mentioned earlier, or as I mentioned previously in my reviews or previously in my live streams, that drop-down hips aren't your enemy. Drop-down hips basically gives your figure even more articulation than it already has. Or basically just it just gives it a much more natural look or feel to it. I am having trouble trying to put this up on camera. Come on, Dark Kabuto, don't embarrass me like that. Let me just try to see if I can push this in from here. No, it doesn't seem to want to go in. Let me just leave it like this for now and see if I have hit a proper snag or not. Here would be the particular other piece right here. And yeah, I think I might have to combine this a slightly bit off camera. He looks menacing. Exactly. He will just be staring at you, menacingly. Oh man, trying to put this leg in is slightly bit difficult than I would have thought. One thing to note about the leg joint, however. Oh, okay, I'm done. That's one leg in. Let me just do it a little bit more, slightly bit off stream. The leg joint, or the connection that helps with the particular leg joint that you see over here. This one here is made out. This one here is from a polycap, so it's like a soft, rubbery plastic type of material. Not too soft, not too stiff. It's just basically just right itself. So it just helps you with your particular posing, or it helps you with your, with your particular kit in general over here. So there we go. Here we have it. And you can't see it. Let me just change my camera angle. This is the part where I change my particular camera angle right over here. So let me just zoom this guy in. And let me just change or adjust the camera just so that you guys can see him well, see him properly. And there you go. We do have Dark Kabuto over here, which is the worm or the Tendo or like, an evil Tendo Soji itself, right? And he looks great. He looks amazing. He looks kind of skinny. I can't really quite remember whether if Kabuto or Dark Kabuto's armor design, makes him a little bit slim on the torso area or on the torso department, but yeah, I kind of dig it. Or basically, it's not really much of a particular deal breaker for me itself, right? So yeah, that is the Dark Kabuto over here. I can't believe I finally have Dark Kabuto, and I can't believe it took Bandai so many years to release a Dark Kabuto when they already have the molds. All they basically need to do is to recolor the plastic pieces as well as presenting us the circuitry type of stickers for this. I mean, what took Bandai so long, right? Change Beetle. Okay, afterwards, what is the rubber part called? Yeah, that's a polycap. Yeah, right leg polycap. Oh no, the right leg polycap of your Kabuto broke off. Let me just, yikes, that's kind of terrible. Let me see in the instructions sheet, if you're talking about the right leg, I have the instruction sheet right here just in case, so I can let you know the particular piece. So that would be PCF6. Now I do have, let me just look for that part and see whether do I have an extra one. So this one is the extra runner for the polycaps itself. It's right behind Dark Kabuto, and I'm looking at PCF6. PCF6. Ooh, that is a little bit disappointing. PCF6 would basically be on this side, Dark Kabuto. If you can move on aside for a little bit. Yeah, so PCF6, oh, that's 4, 5, and here's 6. PCF6 would actually be here, so I'm terribly sorry to hear that you don't have a proper replacement for that polycap area itself. So I guess that's one thing to take note of. You really just gotta be very careful when it comes to your particular polycaps for your Figure standard kits in general, right? And also, if this polycap sheet or if this polycap runner is any indication, you don't get an extra PCF6. Yeah, terribly sorry to hear that, buddy. Let me get some water for a bit. I'm a little bit parched. Yeah, so if you can find anything that looks similar to the PCF6 on other Figure standard kits, then that would actually be great as well. You only collect the latest, real great. Thanks for the info. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem at all. Let's see. Polycaps are outdated. No, polycaps aren't really exactly outdated. Only on, I think it's depending on the quality of the polycaps that were made, give or take. Because if you look at all Gundam model kits, those polycaps, they are in very bad quality, right? Especially Iron-Blooded Orphans Gundam model kits itself. Those are the ones that are, you know, quite bad. I'm not too sure about the Figure standard line, but so far all of my polycaps for my Figure standard kits, they haven't failed me yet. Hopefully. Yeah. So yeah, HG kits. Yep, HG kits. High grade kits for Gundam kits. They also still use polycaps as well. Possibly from 5, since they're both Figure 6. Maybe. I'm not too quite sure how we can go about it itself. Yeah, lower quality, older polycaps are outdated, but modern HG, yeah, modern HGs, the modern high-grade polycaps, they're much more better in quality itself. So yeah, I mean, take a look at him. Kabuto, Dark Kabuto, he really is a great-looking type of, you know, a good-looking type of, what's the word? Kamen Rider itself. Right? Now, on to the main gripes that I have about this particular kit, or the main gripes that I have about the circuitry of the stickers. Okay? Now, I'm not too sure about you, or I'm not sure about you, but my main policy when it comes to putting on stickers is that if it really is a necessity, I would put it, right? Which is why I use the entirety of the circuitry stickers. Since the circuitry stickers, they are the main characteristics of Dark Kabuto itself. What I'm really angry about is that the black glossy plastic on Dark Kabuto is perfect. So when I say perfect, what I mean is that it doesn't come with any indicators on how you should position the stickers on the black glossy plastic itself. So what this generally means is that you have to basically eyeball how you would want to put these stickers on the particular kit, right? Because the stickers over here, they are perfectly sized to cover certain areas, and if you don't place it correctly on a certain starting point, you technically mess up the entirety of these stickers as a whole. Right? So one of the main areas of the main gripes, let's say if I were to take a look at these shoulder pad stickers, right? If I were to ignore this main mistake over here, this main mistake was basically caused because there wasn't any indication that this sticker is supposed to be placed on this particular area. I would have to eyeball it itself, which is why I made the error as you saw earlier, right? So, but of course, since the sizing or since the size of the sticker does really, you know, kind of fit this particular area here, so there should be no problem. right? But imagine you trying to put the top part of the helmet sticker on it, because in the show, or for its particular design, the red lines are supposed to go from one corner all the way to another. Correct? Right? Can we agree on that? Now, because this glossy piece of plastic doesn't have an indication as to where you should put the sticker, which what would happen here is that it's gonna take you like what, 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes trying to figure out a perfect position to make sure that the red lines actually does line up on one corner all the way to the next. And this is a true story. It actually happened to me. Before I knew it, I spent 30 minutes trying to put one sticker just so that I can manage that both red lines are appearing from one corner to the other, right? So that one is for the top corner stickers. For the back here, right? So for the back here, I was basically gambling for the back right here. If you can take a look at this particular corner, you can see that I have decided to place the sticker flushed against the edge of the black plastic, right? So that is one thing that you can see over here. But if we were to take a look at it on this side, you can still see a little bit of that gloss right here at the end. So if you can compare it right here, no gloss on this side, but there is gloss on this side. So what does that mean? That basically means I have placed the sticker wrongly. It should be moving to the right slightly bit, just a tiny little bit, so that it is basically centered along the particular piece or on the particular plastic piece itself. But since we don't have an indication on the black glossy plastic, this type of mistake is unavoidable unless you have 20/20 vision and you can actually place stickers perfectly without any guidelines, right? Plus another thing is that if this was actually what's the word I'm looking for? Water decals? Yeah, water transferable decals, the problem would not actually exist, because for water slides decals, all you basically do is you take the sticker part, you wet it up, and then you can just freely adjust the position of the stickers first, and then you just take a cotton bud and try to wipe it dry, and the sticker would just be placed in a location perfectly. That is what water slides decals would do. For stickers, you can't do that. For stickers, if you placed it, and if you placed it wrongly, you keep on peeling it and peeling it and peeling it until the particular sticky side just disappears. Yeah, so that is one of the main gripes I have about the stickers on this Dark Kabuto kit. If you can see from the back, at first glance, you may think that this is actually quite centered. The top sticker is centered with the bottom type of sticker. However, if I were to take this particular tweezers, and if I were to, just try to measure the particular lining of the rectangle over here, you can see that, yeah, it's not, I'm just off by a tiny little millimeter. Right? So that is one major downside about having stickers instead of water slide decals, and having stickers on a Kabuto kit, or any kind of kit for that matter, without any indication on where to place it properly, right? Or any kind of guidelines on the particular plastic. But if you do it correctly, if you manage to do it correctly and patiently, you do get quite a nice outcome, which is something like this. Okay, same thing goes for the centerpiece of this particular sticker over here. It doesn't really look quite straight. It still looks a bit slunty. Same thing goes for the top part over here. Even though this particular area here, you do get a small indication of a guideline, it still doesn't work that well. Yeah, so that is one major downside. Same thing goes for the particular chest pieces, as well as this bottom area over here, because it does cover the entirety of the surface area of the armor itself. Yeah, so that's it. That's one of my major gripes, or one of my major complaints about this particular Kamen Rider kit, which brings me back to my main original point. If you can avoid stickers, please try to avoid them. And if you can't, well, you just gotta be very patient when applying these type of stickers for your particular model kits. Let me just double check on the chat before I move on. That way I can what's the word? Recuperate my particular thoughts. Okay, let me just double check. Yep, this one is, hello, Ahanaf, welcome to the stream. Yes, this is fully built. This is a straight build, actually. I didn't really do much customs except for adding on a little bit of silver paint to the particular model kit itself. Yeah, they should have sculpted the lines. Exactly. Yeah, it's too expensive for them. And exactly, because, you know, Bandai, as cheap as they are, they would never redo the particular kits at all. You know, they won't make a new mold out of something that already exists, and they just let your viewers or let their customers just put on stickers randomly. I mean, imagine if a kid or if a child or toddler was building this particular model kit. Well, they would just be wasting those stickers in general, right? Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, exactly. There should be indicators. You don't think such a human exists unless they're a worm. Fear me. If you're native, it's okay. Nyet, not native. Alright then. Okay, so yep. So that one is Dark Kabuto in general. I guess we are doing quite well in terms of time, right? Let's see here. 44 minutes just by talking about Dark Kabuto himself. Perfect. Now let's take a look at his main accessories. So for his main accessories, let me just put Dark Kabuto over here for a little bit. And then here, so first things first, we do have his rider kick. His rider kick effect piece itself. This effect piece, if I'm not mistaken, is the exact same mold as the one you get with the standard or with the regular looking Kabuto figure, except it is in yellow. Right, this time this effect piece is actually in yellow, whereas the original is in purple. I can't recall in the show whether did Kabuto had a purple lightning effect or had a yellow version, because if you'd remember, or if you were to do some research, the Figure 6 version came with a yellow effect piece, whereas the Figure standard version came with a purple one. So I'm not sure whether the Bandai fixed that particular area. And if they did, well, if you decided to just buy the Figure standard version of Dark Kabuto and you bought the Figure 6 version of Kabuto, you kind of have two yellow kicking effect pieces instead of one purple and one yellow, which means you are going to have to buy a second-hand Figure standard Kabuto model kit for accuracy. That's something I actually did, and and that's basically something I have to do before I make a proper review video for the Dark Kabuto kit. But I digress. Up next, we also do have something that is quite similar, or something that is quite something. Mostly the accessories here are the same as the regular Kabuto figure, but I'll just basically show you. Here is one of the attacks, or one of the weapons that you see Kabuto using on the show, right? It's basically some kind of device that shoots out tiny little Kabuto pieces. And when I say tiny little Kabuto pieces, these are very, very tiny. You would think that they are just tiny little nubs that you have removed from a kit itself. But they are not, and they are very easily, you know, you can lose them in the carpet. I mean, you'll be able to lose them in the carpet void if you accidentally drop them. Luckily for me, I have tile floors in Asia. That way, you know, better cooling floors for a very hot temperature type of country itself. But yeah, once it will be a tough time, or you might have a slightly tricky time to place these Kabuto pieces inside of these slots, which is why I use the tweezers to help me out for this. But once when you are able to put it in and you hear a type of click, or you manage to click the tiny little Kabuto in place, that's it, you're done. Just leave it as it is and they won't actually fall out. Okay, it does come with a particular hand piece that is exclusively for this particular weapon. So if you don't want it anywhere else, because the handle for this particular device, I'm assuming that on the show, this device here is just basically like this, and it doesn't have any kind of handle. It's like a type of disc in general, right? So if you have it in the particular hand that has a tiny little indent for the particular peg to slide in, you're good to go. Once you put this in, just don't take it out and place it somewhere else with regards to all of your, you know, your Figure standards or your model kit's extra parts type of location. So yeah, that is one thing over here. Let's take a look at the hands, right? Let me just double check on the chat before we move on over here. Yeah, purple or blue rider kick effect pieces. Yep, so that's good. It's purple, nice. He only used the device once, or someone says, oh, Dark Kabuto used either. Oh, okay, never mind. Red Kabuto used the device twice, right? You got something to do. You have to leave for a moment. Oh, no worries, man, no worries. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in the first half of this particular review. Yeah, you're hoping that they release Gatak. Well, if they do, and they turn it into a P-Bandai kit, don't worry. I'll be one of the main ones who would be making a review out of it. Alright, so let's take a look at the particular hands, right? He does have, relaxed posing hands, as you can see from here. Again, I decided to just, paint the areas that require some painting, which is basically quite nice. Kind of nice to see that there are some patterns inside of the glove as well. Yep, that is pretty much quite awesome. That is quite good. So I can put this one on the side over here. We do have a posing hand, the signature Tendo posing hand. Right? I forgot what the catchphrase is, something about reaching the heavens or something like that, or my grandmother used to say something, so that would be the particular posing hand itself. And I guess last but not least, this one is your main weapon holding hand, which you can basically remove the thumb part as well as the fingers part itself, so you can place your weapons inside of this particular handpiece and have Kabuto holding his weapons and making some awesome looking poses. So yeah, so those are the main hands for Dark Kabuto. Up next, you also do have his signature weapon. Now his signature weapon does come in various different types of plastic pieces, or various different types of pieces itself. So this one will be over here, and then these are the main 4 pieces that are basically interchangeable, right? So for let me just explain to you what I did, or what I decided to do here. So this part here, it's a solid gray silver plastic. This part here was a solid gray silver type of plastic, but I decided to paint it in yellow paint. Due to the design of how this plastic piece is, I was not able to get a good Gundam marker paintbrush type of pattern or type of stroke on it. So if you decide to use any kind of airbrushing for this particular piece, I highly encourage you to do so, as you will get a better result. Over here, you do have this particular, the gun piece of his main signature weapon, right? This one is a solid black plastic piece. I decided to, again, paint the edge over here with a silver Gundam marker, which is why you can see some kind of, drawing patterns over here. And last but not least, we do have the particular tiny little blade that basically comes out of that little blaster holder itself. I decided to try to put on the stickers, but again, because this sticker is just a singular piece of a sticker, let me just show it to you right now. So this one here is a singular piece. It's not really split into 2. So since it's not split into 2, the main downside is that if you cover too much on this corner, if you cover the weapon too much on this corner, if I flip it over here, you can see that you won't be able to cover the rest of the corner on this side over here. Yep, so that's basically one of the main downsides of using stickers. I put the stickers on here just so I can show you one of the main differences itself, or what it would basically look like. But honestly speaking, I wish I didn't. I wish I did not, because it really does look horrible. I mean, it just wraps around the patterns where you can easily just paint the patterns on yourself. So that's something I wish I did not do. Maybe during my free time, I might just remove the stickers here and paint it on myself separately. Right. So over here, I didn't put on any more additional stickers here, as I don't really think it's necessary, and plus I can actually paint it on properly when I do have my main free time. So let's just combine them all so we can see what they basically look like, shall we? Now let's say if I were to do something with the gun. Alright, Ayman, take care, have a good one. Good night. Oh, that's a kunai blade. Okay. So that's what it's basically called, it's a kunai. Okay, so over here, now we get this particular black plastic piece. We get this blade over here. We just slowly slide that in this particular position, as you can see from over here. Once you slide that in, and then right now you do get the Kabuto signature blaster or shooting thingy, So you just basically, you can have the Kabuto figure hold the handle right over here, and you can start shooting any kind of enemies or any kind of worms in general, right? So that's version number 1, or that's weapon mode number 1. Weapon mode number 2, you can hold, Kabuto can actually hold the figure, can actually hold the weapon from this particular angle over here. If you take this silver piece of plastic and you were to place this end right here, now Dark Kabuto has a type of axe, or he has a axe type of weapon, where he can just swing, and will be able to attack all kinds of worms with his main arsenal itself. Am I missing something? Did I put this in wrongly? I don't think so. This does look a bit weird, right? Yeah, it's meant to be the other way around instead. Yep, okay. So this one is the main axe mode, and if you remove the silver button or the silver plastic piece, you have the main gun mode itself. Now, what about the final one? I've seen the main Kabuto do this on the TV show, where he takes this axe, slice it into a worm, it gets stuck, and then he pulls this thing, and then he pulls the little blade out, and then uses it as a blade mode in general. So that one is pretty much quite cool. So you take this yellow, piece, you line it up properly. Hello, okay. You line it up, and then there you go. Now you have his nice tiny little side blade that comes out from the blaster handle, or from the gun handle. So yeah, he can basically use this blade upside down, or back wielding, I think that's what it's called. Instead of it being like this, he basically holds it like this. So yeah, so that is one cool thing about the particular weapon, where you can just interchange the parts itself to suit what type of weapon you actually want to use. Although this idea is cool, I really wish they didn't do this. I mean, the main reason for this is because if any kind of weapons requires extra parts to combine and to make, it kind of ruins the particular illusion, right? I mean, of course, yes, I understand. This is not a figure arts where you will get 3 different versions of the weapons, but since this is a model kit, I'm pretty sure, or Bandai would make this a great building experience if they would have included that particular mode or those different versions of those weapons itself, right? So yeah, those are the main weapons that comes with Dark Kabuto, and we'll just basically take a tiny little short breather while I get some water to drink, and before we move on into his cast on form, or maybe yeah. So let me just double check on the chat itself. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Hi, man. Welcome back. Okay. So up next we then have the what do you call it? Let's take a look at the different types of Zactors. Number 1, we do have the cast on Zactor, where the particular circle over here is a smaller circle. It's not as rectangular as this one right here. So this one here is the cast on version, I think. Did I put this in wrongly? Because it's like okay, now I may have put this on wrongly. Oh, okay, maybe not. Okay, so it's basically like this and the other way around, I think. Let me just double check on the instruction booklet, because they didn't really show me what it's meant to be or what it's meant to look like. Okay, so I definitely put this on wrongly. In the cast on version of the Zactor, the gold part should not be showing. It's actually the other way around. So maybe I'll just basically fix this a little bit off camera. But what I want to show you is that I still put on the red paint for the tiny little legs of the Kabuto Zactor over here as well. Same thing goes for this side. Same thing goes, this kit also comes with a Kabuto Zactor when it's just in its bug mode, right? So you can see how the tiny little legs are, a little bit spread apart, as you can see. So you can have this particular Zactor just fly around. He also has a little tiny bit of plastic that depicts the wings of a little Hercules beetle itself, and that's pretty much, and that's very cool. That's awesome. That's very, very cool. So yeah, if it's in the cast on form, it should basically look like this. Oops, it should basically look like this if it was on the cast on form, in which I'll basically fix it later on once the particular stream ends in general. Right, so those are the tiny little accessories that you can basically see or we can refer to. Now let's take a look at his cast on parts. Let me just put Kabuto over here a little bit. Sorry if I'm getting a little bit too close to the microphone itself. Now let's see right here. Okay, so this one here is a little bit of the helmet and a little bit of the vents for the helmet itself, right? Again, I did not use any of the cast on stickers, so I just basically use a same, you know, Gundam marker, the red paint, just a main basic red paint for the Gundam marker to paint it on here. And I kind of like how it turned out. You know, it's a little bit of a red glossy look to it, but it's the exact same shade of red as the existing plastic pieces that we get from this particular model kit itself. So yeah, this is one of the main, you know, the main helmet pieces. On top of the main helmet pieces, we do get this little bit of the horn right here, right? So we do have a tiny little sticker over here just so we can depict a type of red gem. This tiny little antenna here, I've painted it silver. I'm not too sure if I did this correctly, but I've seen multiple images where this silver piece here, it's silver on top on this area here, and it's also silver at the bottom. Like right over here at this particular area, right? I've seen images of that. Like I've seen images where it had two different silver particular colors. I've also seen images where one side of it is just black and the other one is silver. So if you guys can point me to the right color coordination, that would be really helpful. But this is basically how it generally looks like. Yeah, for the whole thing. And of course, we do get a new different mouthpiece. Oops. A new different mouthpiece so that it fits well with the ventilation, or it fits well with the vents for this particular helmet itself, right? And we don't actually need the horn for that Kabuto in this cast on form. His masked form, yeah. Perhaps that's what the main area is called, instead of calling it a cast on form. Okay, so I guess now that we are here, why don't we just slowly build it while I slowly explain the different types of pieces here itself. So just so we can build it, I think it would be much more easier if we remove the whole, you know, helmet piece altogether. But I'll just try without doing so. So first things first, just remove the, you know, the little horn right out here. The horn is clipped onto this silver mouthpiece, so just slowly wiggle it out and you're able to remove it here. So yeah, now we get Dark Kabuto looking very weird. Okay, now take this tiny little silver mouthpiece, we just put it over here. This is step 1. Okay, so that is done, that is ready. We just take this particular piece, open it up itself. Now the ventilation, or the the type of oxygen mask over here, is a separate piece by itself, and I've painted it in black. I painted the tubes here in black. So they didn't even provide sticker sheets for this, which is kind of lazy. Okay, so it's meant to connect to the mouthpiece. So just slowly push that in to connect to the mouthpiece, because there really isn't a kind of connector piece to connect this helmet thing on top of the base helmet itself. So that's one side connected. Let me just try to do this a little bit on camera. Make sure you guys can see it on camera. Okay, so yeah, so there we go. That is the main connector. It's been connected. There is a little bit of hole to make sure it doesn't cover the horn of the Kabuto beetle. And then you take this little piece here and combine it on this little piece right here. Just slowly push this in. I think I'm pushing it in correctly. Okay, now am I missing anything else? If not, let me just cover this one right here so you can see. Yep, so this one is the mask form for Dark Kabuto. Looks great, right? I mean, it looks very interesting. One big yellow blob right over here. just to depict the particular visor. So yeah, that one is the helmet part for the mask form. Really, really is quite ingenious type of technology. Black bottom, silver top is the right one. At least that's what Google shows. Okay, that's good to know then. Alright, up next we do have the main torso, or the chest piece of the Dark Kabuto figure, which is this particular piece right here. Right, let me just move Dark Kabuto a little bit on the side so we can take a quick basic look to it. This one is a red plastic piece. The whole entirety of this is all gray itself, and this area back over here is meant to be, you're meant to use a type of black sticker, but I decided to paint it black. And this one is, of course, you know, a black plastic piece. So this is the whole thing in general. Painting this with a red marker so that you don't use the sticker on the particular corner would be advisable, as, I mean, just take a look at it. It makes the whole thing much nicer. Okay, so let me just, from there, let's see if I can put on, yeah, I think it's just a simple clip on, or just a simple resting type of position over here, because there is no pegs right here for you to peg it on to the particular armor. So I just slowly, okay, now this is one thing you gotta be careful, right? Because Dark Kabuto has stickers on, if you're not careful when putting in the particular armor, you might just rip out the circuit stickers. Okay, so really, really do be careful on that. Let me just close this up, and oops, at the bottom over here, there should be something I should be clipping on. Okay, so I have clipped on everything else. That's good. So yeah, here is the main torso area of the cast on form, or the masked form for Kabuto itself. Now, before I do anything else, let me just remove this sector, just to make sure I will be using the correct sector later on. I mean, I still gotta open this apart, but that is the main general idea. Okay, so there we go for the chest particular piece. I really do hope when I open up the chest later, it doesn't accidentally remove the chest armor. I mean, the stickers on the chest itself, right? Okay, so up next, let's go by with his arms. So the instruction says we have to do his arms first. So you lift up the particular shoulder pads. That's number one. There are these different shoulder pads right here. So let me just bring this to you. The arm pads right here would basically look like this. Again, the arm pads, they really look quite good. They're all just a solid gray silver piece of plastic. I decided to paint them with a, Gundam marker again itself, and that's how we are basically going to do this. So I have some of these I have written down an indication just so that I know how to put them on properly. Right, so here. Okay. Oh, okay. I think I forgot something. Let me just put this on a little bit more. So when you're putting this on, you kind of have to feel it around to get a proper position to put it on, because I don't think it snaps into place as you would like. It's sort of like friction base. Yeah, it's meant to just snap into place based on its preferred friction. Let me just see if I did this wrongly. Maybe this one is meant to be on the left hand. No, I don't think so. Yeah, even the instruction doesn't say, it's meant to like snap into place or anything like that. So you just gotta align the shape of the side silver piece with the inside of this. So now that I know there is something right here, and yeah, I guess that one should do for now, or it should be here for now. Maybe maybe Bandai designed this to be not as tight because of the cast off feature, where I can just easily go and then it's been cast off, right? Maybe. Okay, let me see if it's on the other side. Maybe I've written, perhaps I've written the indication wrongly. No, it fits better on the right hand side over here. A little bit off camera, sorry about that. Okay, so up next we do have this particular piece right here. Same thing goes. Let's see if we can find the measurements for this. Okay, yeah, at least this one fits in properly like a snug. Fits in snugly, because there's an indication right over here itself. Okay, so that is one. Now, up next, if I want to put on something for the hands, for the arm itself, or the armbands, I actually have to remove the particular fist. So the fist, you can just slowly slip that one out, and then you have this ring cuff right over here. Okay, so for this ring cuff, I can see the insides of this. It's meant to go over this particular device. Let's see if I can put this in correctly on my first try. Again, I have not done this before. This is my first time doing it. You are seeing me doing this for the very first time. And I don't think I'm doing it quite well. And this thing just still popped out as well. Yeah, this thing, it doesn't really hold itself into place that well. I feel like hang on. Okay, there we go. So now we have placed this in right over here properly. It's properly aligned with the rest of the armor. So there are indents to this, so you just have to align it properly. And then we can use the hand that is for the mask form. So the hand for the mask form, the arms, or the particular hand part is basically the same as Kabuto, but there is one area here that you can place this part over here. So I didn't use the stickers again, I just used a red paint. I just painted this on, and again you have the particular pegs right here. So just peg it into the polycap, and then there you go. Right, so there we have the right arm of the masked form for the Figure Standard of Dark Kabuto. Let's do it again for the left hand side while I read the comments. While I read you guys on the chat itself. Yeah, you hate weapon stickers. Let's see, black bottom, silver top. Yep. Okay, that's good to know then. All right. Oh yeah. By the way, have you guys seen how to use the super chat yet? Because I haven't tested it out on my side. I was wondering if you guys can try and see how that would basically work. Try to be careful. Don't accidentally donate something to me, because I just putting it on for the sake of putting it on. Just in case, if you feel like donating, feel free to do so. But if not, try not to accidentally donate something that you're not supposed to donate for. Or what I mean is that if it's not your money, or if it's your parents' money, try not to do that. All right. Okay. So I put this over here, and then this one is right here. Okay. So that one's done, and I'll use this particular piece right over here. And let's slowly slide this one on, and we got our left arm going. We got our left arm, or like the left fist of the cast on particular part right here. Yeah, the upper arm, the upper arm or the bicep area of the cast on part is a little bit loose, and it's a little bit annoying. Okay, up next we have the shoulder blades based on the instructions right here. So these are the different shoulder blades that we got. So here's an zero balance in your bank account. Funny. Over here, so we do have the main shoulder blades right here. So only one shoulder blade is where you can put in the Zect logo. Now again, same problem with the stickers on this kit. There are no indications on how the Zect logo is, on where the Zect logo is supposed to be put, so you're gonna have to eyeball it. If you accidentally put it, slightly a bit to the left, slightly a bit to the right, not even that centered, maybe even upside down accidentally, well, that's too bad, and you may have to, remove it with your own particular pliers or with your own particular tweezers, and you might ruin the sticker itself. So when you're putting this on, be extra careful. Right? I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding when it comes to stickers. Okay, so from here, we do have the particular arm. Let's see, how am I supposed to do this? Yeah, I'm just supposed to wrap it around the existing shoulder pad. So let's just put this one over here. If I can wrap it around nicely, just so that I don't accidentally destroy the existing sticker on the shoulder pad. It feels like it's wrapped on. It feels like it's properly installed. Is it installed correctly? Oh, maybe I've done it. Maybe I've successfully done it. No. Yeah, it's a little bit mumbling and fumbling over here. I, again, never tried to put this on before. First time you guys are watching this, so you can feel the same confusion as I, if you were to do this on your side itself. Okay, so I think I put it on correctly. So here's one piece right here, and let's put on this particular red piece right here, somewhere down on this side. Yep. Okay, so putting this thing in here, It's not really that flush, but you know, it kind of works right over here. And then this particular black piece here, which is which is this vent right over here. So you can just put this on top, and there you go, right here, right? So this is how you put on the shoulder pads for the masked version for Dark Kabuto itself. Okay, now up next for the other side, just basically repeating the same steps like normal. Just have this thing crumble in your hands. Yeah, trying to put this up on stream really would be a real pain, but it does show you a clear indication as to what you would be experiencing if you were to put on your own cast-on or the masked form parts on your respective model kit. So here, I think this one is good to go. I hope. And then let's put on this red piece right here. Okay. I hope I put it on correctly. Don't think so. I hope so. Maybe my red pieces are wrong, but yeah. Okay, that one's in. And then the last vent piece right over here. I'm just loosely putting it on, but just so that you can see how it looks like. But there you basically go. Right, so here we go. The masked form. And if we would have fixed this particular piece right here, it would basically be placed like this. It's a little bit wrong, but yeah, you know what I mean. I will basically be able to fix this a little bit later on. But yeah, here we go. This one is the masked form of Kamen Rider Dark Kabuto. Yeah, it's a little bit too bulky or a little bit too janky, but that's basically how it generally looks like. Yeah, and that really is amazing as to how, you know, we get to see something like this in a big screen, or on the television, or on our computer screens if we were to pirate a particular series. Okay, and then it kind of translates well, kinda. The main why. Remember in the beginning of my stream when I mentioned that Dark Kabuto looks a little bit skinny? This is the main reason for it. If Kabuto looks very skinny, or if the model kit itself looks skinny, that's because it is so that it can facilitate the cast on or the masked form or the armor on this particular version here itself. Now, I'm not complaining. You know, I can still pose it, albeit a little bit harder, you know, as the extra armor pieces might be blocking in the way of the posing. I can just, you know, remove the fingers over here and replace the particular weapon in here. So that one is quite good as well. But yeah, generally, that is the main reason as to why, you know, why Kabuto looks a little bit more slim as compared to the other types of figurized standard kits itself. But I don't think that's much of a big complaint or much of a deal breaker itself, because, you know, if we wanted him to be properly proportioned, we might as well just get the SH Figuarts version. Or if not, we can try to look for the Figurized 6 version, which is going to be a bit hard. BTW, I actually do have the Figurized 6 version, which would be included into the particular review itself, which is most likely gonna come out once I move. So here's a little bit of a life update. I will be moving soon to my own particular unit, or to my own particular on my own particular home itself, and I would basically be making my own type of office for all my reviews, or basically my office to do anything that I would want with relation to my career in general, right? So that is also one of the reasons why I have enabled the super chat feature. So, you know, if you guys feel would like to help me out, or if you guys would like to buy me a cup of coffee while I make all my type of content, you guys feel free to do so itself. No pressure at all. Okay, I think that one most likely should be it with regards to this particular stream. I mean, we are in for like an hour and 17 minutes. I guess we can just sit down and chill for the particular time being, or for the time being itself. But yeah, what do you guys think of this? Oh, that reminds me, there is one more particular point I need to mention. Due to how the design of the particular silver plastic pieces are when it comes to removing them from the runner, you literally get super obvious nut marks, right? Something like this, which is, you know, not very nice to look at. I mean, look at the belt. The belt has nut marks right over here, and you can't really remove them altogether. One of the fixes that I've actually made, oh dear, I have scraped off some black paint. I need to fix that a little bit later on. But yeah, one of the main ways that I've managed to fix it is by using the same silver paint marker and painting the existing nut marks right over here. So from far you won't see it, as compared to from far you can actually see it right here, right? As mentioned, all of the different areas that I've placed my particular paints. This area here, I also I have painted the black on this particular area, in which previously or originally it would require a sticker. The foot of the rider, this area here, is painted on, which also was supposed to require a type of sticker as well. So yeah, so that is one thing to take note of. You can actually paint it in silver. Yeah, so this is one way that you can see that, you know, this is one of the ways that you can see how you can apply your particular painting skills to the tests. The bottom here, you know, it doesn't really have any types of additional stickers. It just have the same signature painting, or sorry, the signature sculpting of a Kabuto rider itself. It just doesn't have that red sticker here anymore. Not that I remember whether if Kabuto had a red sticker just like that. Okay, let me just turn this right over here and just repose him, just so that we can take a final look at him in his masked form, and so I can take a little bit of a small picture later on itself. But yeah, I guess that but yeah, that one should basically be it with regards to our today's live review. So hopefully you guys like this particular type of format in the event if I were to, how do you say it, not have time to make a proper full review video. So I'll just do it live, and when I have free time I'll just do my regular recordings and so on and so forth. I do have a few more Lightning Collection figures that I have not opened up, which is shocking, and I'm quite surprised. I don't know why I did not set up a live review for these. I mean, I still have Beast Morphers Yellow that I haven't opened up yet, as well as Coda. I still haven't gotten the Wild Force minion, as well as Dino Fury Green. So those are the two figures left. Oh wow, thank you so much, Megadong. I did not oh wow, okay, thank you so much for the super chat donation. You're awesome, man. I honestly didn't expect that. Now I need to figure out where did this money actually go, where did this money actually goes to on my particular channel. This is a first time for me, so yeah, thanks for popping my cherry with regards to that. Yeah. Oh wow, thanks so much, Megadong. Yep, okay, so I kind of lost my train of thought there, but that is generally what it is. I do have quite a few figures that I have not opened up itself. I have not, done anything else. I still am trying to make some kind of customized figures or customized Lightning Collection figures for certain Sentai characters that I haven't done so yet. So, feel free to stay tuned just for that. I am working on a Metabot review right now. If I manage to get it done, hopefully I get it done by the end of next month. Also, the end of this month itself, right? So that way everyone can just enjoy it. And once the particular, video gets released, or then that way maybe I can find out how the Super Thanks feature actually works. But seriously though, Megadon, you really didn't have to do that. But again, I am very grateful that for the particular donation. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, I guess that one should be it with regards to our Chinese New Year review itself. So one thing to let you know, the main phrase when you say to someone for Chinese New Year is the same is what Ronnie Chang said. If you guys remember who Ronnie Chang is from that Netflix special, when he talks about Chinese New Year, what he says is true, right? 恭喜发财, it's in a way, it's like, congratulations for your prosperity or something like that, right? So that is like the direct translation, but what he says is true, is basically hope you get rich. So ladies and gentlemen who's dropping by for the review or watching this particular review after the fact of this live stream, 恭喜发财. I hope each and every one of you have a fantastic day, a fantastic weekend, as well as, hope you guys do have company for Valentine's Day later on. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining in on this stream. You guys have made today, even better than how it is already, and I'll try my best to get you guys content as soon as I can itself. So yeah, thanks so much. Thank you so much, everyone. And I think with that, with all the thanks out of the way, without further ado, this is KID and the Man, and I will see you all next time. Bye.
Don't